Hi everybody. Last week we looked at how to group objects together, we looked at duplicating things, we looked at layers and how things towards the top of a layer are going to be at the top of the picture, in front of everything, and everything that's at the bottom of your layers are going to be behind things in the picture. Today we're going to look at something completely different. We're going to look at nodes and we're going to look at something called a Bezier curve. A Bezier curve is a special sort of curve that you can only really draw properly with vector-based programs. You can draw it with other programs, but again, when you zoom in, you'll get that pixelized look, whereas this way, when we zoom in and we zoom backwards, you'll still see it maintains that smoothness that we expect from a vector-based program. So first thing I'm going to do is once I've got Inkscape open, I'm going to go to File, Document Properties, or Control-Shift and D. And I don't want this to be portrait. So I'm just going to go to orientation over here and just change it to landscape and then close the box. Lovely. Because I'm going to be drawing a roller coaster for you today. When we're drawing a Bezier curve, I want to press the B button for Bezier. You're going to see that this tool is highlighted and there's different types, different modes to play with here. I'm more familiar with a regular Bezier path, but there are definitely times when you could use these and they would be more advantageous to you. So to start with, I'm just going to draw a simple outline of a 2D side of a roller coaster. And I'm just going to alter the proportions a little bit so it fills up the whole my page. Doesn't have to be exact. Fine. Now, when we've been working with most other shapes, we've not been concentrating on these, which are called nodes. Nodes are these little points that when you adjust them, you adjust this shape, right? So if you are trying to draw your own 2D shape, so not necessarily a rectangle, not an oval, you're trying to draw your own one and you want it to be perfect, you can just play around with these nodes, right? If you press the N tool, it will take you to the nodes. It's this one over here, right? You can also, if you want to, add more nodes. So if you press Shift, can you see how I've got some arrows that are pointing out when I'm going around the outside? Add another node by double clicking while I'm holding Shift. And then I can alter those nodes as well. Okay, that's fine. We get the idea. Have a bit of a play around with it, create your own shapes, then come back to the video. Once you're back, we're going to start looking at creating curves. So by pressing on these tools at the top, I can change and make things into a curve, right? Just press that, that'll make it a little bit easier. There we go. And now I can try creating my own side profile of a smooth 2D side-on view of a roller coaster. I might want to start with a bit more. It's going to be quite hard to get up there if my roller coaster cart is going up. It's going to be quite hard to get over there. So let's have it going up a little bit more. This node's getting in the way, so I'm going to click on it, press the delete button. It was getting in the way. It was annoying me. I didn't like it. Right. Have a nice smooth ascent up there. Right. Smoothish. All right, so nice smooth ascent, and then we're going to have a sudden drop here. And nice smoothly going up. Just have a quick play with it. Once you've got a rough idea of like a side of your roller coaster, the next thing you want to do is create your own cart that's going to go at the bottom right of your roller coaster. So we're going to press the B button again. And I find it always better to make a bigger object and then you can shrink it down. And because it's a vector-based program, it will look proportional. So let's just draw our kind of, I don't know, our cart. There we go. Cart. Once I've got this object, I can go to fills and strokes. I can change all this stuff. I can make it look however I kind of want it to look. That's fine. Going to go back to the nodes because I think these could be a lot smoother. Oh, not that one. You can just play around with them. So create your carts, put them on your roller coaster, and when you're ready, I think that will look better actually. Flip. So I'm just going to flip it that way by clicking on the flip button up here. And let's put it at the bottom of my roller coaster. Have a go. Try playing with the Bezier curves, see what you can come up with, and share them. The point of this lesson really isn't about creating the roller coaster, of course. It's really about practicing creating those curves and playing around with the nodes tool as well. So see what you can come up with. If you've got the idea of this within 15 minutes and you want to stretch yourself, then have a play. Pressing B to get these back up. Have a play with these other objects as well and see what else you can create.